BluntCut MetalWorks, December 25th, 2020. This is a D2 steel heat treat 5 E. Anyway, it had 64 Rockwell. It's sharpened with using Edge Pro at 15 degrees precise. Thickness behind the edge is about 10,000. And this is going to be similar test what I did last video with the 3V63 Rockwell blade. And the starting edge is sharpened and with 600 grit, but I deburred it with 8K. Anyway, it's sharp, and the first thing is that the bamboo. And then and the same pork rib bone here. It feels a little harder than this one. I think as they go toward interior, it gets a little thicker than the 3V. I mean, when I test the 3V, but it's okay. It feels fairly clean. And visual inspection here seems to be fine. Again, this test is to look at what the damage when you encounter certain tasks. So that 2 tasks, it passed. And the other task was to cut this elk antler here, and we try to dig in and again, the elk antler is the same, about the same hardness as cow femur bone, but unlike this 3V, the edge roll over so far. This edge didn't roll over, so you can see it's able to dig into the antler and cut just fine. So because of that, I'm going to do a quick test on the edge here. It's still good, and then now I'm going to chop. Let me lock it in play here. I chop similar area as I did with the and so I chop, and with the so now I will inspect the edge real quick, because this is where the 3V got the roll quite a bit, and it will not slice in paper. And I will compare. I will take a close-up picture and also go to compare with the 3V and I put at the end. So now let's see how this edge, would it still able to cut upon book paper. It's right here, the area of impact. There you go. You can see definitely there's something going on there. Right there. Definitely. One more, and then okay, let me put the paper hanging straight so I can cut the, sometimes we get a tricky. If we hang it straight, it's cut okay, I guess. Yeah, okay, there you go. So the damage is actually small, I think. In that case, because it's I'm interested here, I'm looking at the damage mode and also what the, I mean that. So this for the visual here, and actually this is a 22x, I think. Okay. Anyway, so like the 3V, I'm going to sacrifice. Well, this one I'm going to hit it somewhere in the middle, at the end here, and see whether it's. This is the 40D now. Whether you're going to end up with this one I cut last time with 3V right here. So I'm going to do the same thing, except with this D2. All right, and that is even a little bigger hit. But you get up, now I can see right here. Right there. And that the bright spot. I will take a look at myself here again. I will, if it has been a big interest, I will take a. You see what the damage it is look like. You can see the. If it's a chip, you cannot see the brightness, the reflect from this angle. So that when something folded over, you can see the brightness right there. You can see it right there. So that's what I can see with the loop there right there. So that means that certain amount thing bent over. This side is clean. You can see right there. So the side that it, see, you don't see it. But this thing here, the thing that fold over, it fold over because I tilted this side right there. This is the edge of D2 64 Rockwell chop, top chop into the nail. The light source is from edge on, so you can see the shadow of the roll. It bend this way. The damage is to this extent right there. I did not take a picture for the 3V, but the 3V, the bend is a lot more substantial. There's a slight curve right here, that little bit, that is where the depth of the nail is cut into. And it's about that arch right there. And for D2, that chop into the antler, here a bunch of edge that got rolled. Again, you can see the shadow from the light hit the edge. If it's a chip, then you don't see any shadow because you have nothing hanging over. Some of the, if it bend the other way, also you're going to see a little bit more shining spot without a shadow. But anyway, basically you can see the evidence of the edge got rolled. Now compared to the 63 Rockwell 3V chop antler hit it between this and this. And the scale are pretty much similar here, 1 millimeter. The extensive edge roll, and this is another word. That's why you see the video, the other video between the two. This one chopped deep into the antler, and this one cannot really because the edge is much thick enough by the roll effect right here. And subsequent hit, they just roll too further. That's all. But basically, at whittling, this edge whittling. Antler, this edge failed. They could not do it because one, the edge is raw, thickened, and they're going to skip, they won't dig. While this edge can dig into the antler. So if it was task-oriented, 3V 63 Rockwell failed to do the job whittling antler. D2 passed, basically in both tests, really well, and no chips. As far as I go back to the nail here, if a repeated hit of this roll, of course, I mean, just like many steel, repeated, and then when it folded, when it mushroomed to beyond certain viewpoint, then it will chip out. I mean, even with for the mild steel, I mean, something in the 50 Rockwell. Anyway, thanks for watching.